My morning people, all people, good morning. Tragic story. I ran out of coffee, so I had to go to the gas station and get coffee. So I still have coffee, but it's gas station coffee. But I guess, thank goodness for gas stations that have coffee, so it comes in clutch when you run out. So I hope all of you guys have coffee, delicious coffee, whether you're getting ready for work or school or class. And I hope it tastes good. And Jade, if you're driving back from your workout, be safe. Well, I have had some new faces reach out to me on just about Facebook Live stuff. So, quick intro. I know I said I wouldn't do this every time. My name is Ellen Trotter. I am a health and fitness coach, and I'm also currently the graduate assistant soccer coach at SWASU, the college that I work at. And I played soccer in college, and that is where my health and fitness journey began. I trained for the first time in my life besides just running, because I didn't even know what training was, and I saw the difference that it made for me on the field as an athlete, and then also the body transformation that I had, and then also just how great I felt. So a lot of things happened within training that is why I love it so much, and just learning how to eat. And then along the way, it started with girls on my team asking for help with training. And then even after college, people reaching out to me. This was before I had all this that I have now. So even after college, people reaching out to me and asking me about eating and working out and helping them, and then just starting to, I'll train you. And that is how Eat and Move for Life was born, and that is really how I became a fitness coach. So I love it. And again, these Wednesday coffee shop talks are just getting on every Wednesday at 7 a.m. and talking shop. So talking food, fitness. I'm throwing in mindset because it is so critical and important. And really just, it's a triangle. So food, fitness, mindset, it all goes together. You can't have one without the other. They all build off of each other, and the success in one just only helps your success in the other areas. So it's a never-ending cycle loop, but get on here to talk shop with y'all. And I ask beforehand for people to reach out, let me know what you want to talk about, or just if you're on, hop on. You know, I want it to be a conversation. So like talking shop, because my boyfriend and I talk shop every day, over breakfast, over lunch, like whenever. And we I learned so much from those conversations. We just compare and we talk. So, and I actually have, within the last couple of weeks, I've had conversations with people. I've had plenty of reach of people messaging me, which I love that, you guys. If you get anything out of these, let me know. But I've had conversations with people, and they'll bring up, oh, well, I saw in your coffee shop talk you said this, and it really helped me with this. Or Jade's and Kennedy and people sending me, their journaling, because I brought it up in one of my shop talks. So I love that. And that's what these are for. It's for y'all to get something out of it, even if it's just one thing. And this week, what I have been, well, two things that has been brought up to talk about. So I'm kind of torn, because one is morning routines, which is my jam. So down to talk about that. But then also more talk on us and the scale, which I know I touched on it a little bit before, but I have had a lot of interactions with people this week specifically about different things relating to our weight and the scale. And also, if you're in my food struggles training, which is the free training I'm doing for this week about food struggles, and I am talking today, the email that's going out is about us and the scale and our just emotions when it comes to that number and all other kinds of numbers, and then also about what we eat. So I'll probably talk on that a little bit. And then, of course, if anyone jumps on and wants to talk about something else, you just let me know. But going into our weight in the scale, which what I always say firsthand is for us to understand is that women, our worth is not our weight. You are awesome, And it doesn't matter what that scale says, like whatever that number is, if it's up or if it's down, does not have any factor on you as a person and your character. And another question I'll ask people when, especially like this came up in my group coaching that I did over summer. A few people were so caught on a number. They said, I just want to weigh this weight. I want to weigh this weight. Like I weigh this much and I want to weigh this. And so I asked, I said, what does this number mean to you? What does weighing this number, what does that mean to you? Because everyone's just so caught on the numbers. And so having people break that down and say, well, when I did weigh this before, my knees didn't hurt. I was able to wear this size of clothing. I could walk up the stairs without getting tired. And then the list goes on and on. So, hi, Dad. So knowing that's what we should focus on. That's what I try and help and get these women to focus on is not the number. So I say, okay, so let's forget about that number. We're not trying to get to that number. We're trying to get to where you can walk up the stairs without losing your breath. And we're trying to get to where your knees are, and we're trying to get to where these clothes fit better. So don't worry about the weight. Let's worry about this, because then instead of being so obsessed about what the scale says and being that your sole focus, you will start paying more attention to these other factors of how your body feels and what you're able to accomplish and get done in the gym. And so different ways that we can do this. And this week I've been so excited because I've had 3 people that have, and it's only Wednesday. One, someone sent me a picture of, and it was in close, and they had a shirt on, and they said, last time I put on the shirt, it was getting kind of tight, and now it's not. Like, oh, yes, great. And then I had someone else send me another transformation picture. Again, it's with clothes on, and that's how you can really tell it's different. You're not having to do like underwear sports bra, but like clothes, and you're like, holy crap, look at, this is what I looked like way back when, or however you're comparing to, and this is what I look like now. So transformation picture of comparing to yourself. And then the other one, what was my other one? Oh, someone got down a lift that they were trying to do. They were able to get more weight on their squats, I think. So, and that's progress and improvement. And then your weight just comes along with it. So when we are on this fitness journey and we are trying to get better, instead of putting so much meaning and focus on our weight and wanting to weigh this much, think, what does that weight mean to you? What does it mean to you? Does it mean that you that was when you played sports and you liked how your body looked, or you were able to, what were you physically able to do at that weight that you may not physically be able to do now because of how much you weigh? So it's not the weight, it is what we're able to do at that weight. And putting our focus on that will help not feel any type of way every time we go to step on the scale, and instead we'll be able to accomplish and celebrate our wins every day and every week, no matter how big or small that they are. One sec. So, who we got? All right. I know that was not my whole talk, but Jade, are you home yet? I'm just gonna go ahead and go into talking about morning routines because it's my favorite. And I had a conversation with someone this week, and we were comparing our morning routines, and then they said, I just wish everyone had one. Like, well, I just don't understand why people just don't have one and why they don't get up early. And if people would get up early and do these things, how much better it would make. Aww. But the scale says I weigh the most I have. Okay, well then don't reply. If you're not, don't reply. But Good. I'm glad. You're stronger and healthy and starting to get the body you want. Yep. And also, another thing to touch on with this scale is that, ladies, when you're working out and you're building muscle, muscle weighs something too. Which I need to figure out how I need to pull up pictures and show. When I started training, I was like 123, and I'm about to give out numbers, and nobody compare yourself to these numbers because I'm like 5-foot midget, and so I'm giving numbers for comparison's sake, but don't make this let you feel any type of way. It's just a number that I'm trying to use as an example. So when I was a freshman, I weighed 123, and that was the most I'd ever weighed. In high school, I was 115, like without doing anything, and I just stayed that way. Gained weight my freshman year when I was being a freshman in college, and then I started training. And so from a summer of eating like my Hot Pockets and my mac and cheese and my microwavable chicken nuggets all the time and not enough water and playing soccer, that was it. And then like maybe every now and then when I thought I would like try and get in shape, I would go run, which would like not even, it would be like a slow jog around the block or something. So basically nothing, just soccer. So I was 123, and then I trained. I lifted weights 4 times a week. Jared fed me really good food. I was starting to eat more chicken and fish and not Hot Pockets and chicken nuggets and all kinds of stuff. And so this went on for an entire summer. So I went from kind of one extreme to the other, but not really because I was still playing soccer. But it was training. I was training and I was eating foods. I was eating nutritious foods. And then that fall going back to school, I weighed 112. And I was like the smallest I've ever been in my life. And I do have one picture, which I wish I would have taken more. So people on your journey, I think I said this last week about journaling. Like if you're not journaling already and keeping track of weights that you're doing with stuff, workouts that you're doing, start journaling. But also take pictures, take millions of pictures, even if we're all working and trying to progress and improve. So even if right now you're not happy, which is another topic for another day about where we just need to be happy with where we're at all the time, because that's how we enjoy this journey that we're on for life. But take pictures, because you will so thank yourself down the road when you're able to compare and be like, whoo, man, look at this. Not to mention pictures are a great way to use, not the scale. So take pictures. That's my tidbit for this week. Start journaling and take lots of pictures. No one has to see them. You don't even have to look at them. Take them, and then if you don't want to look at them, don't look at them, but at least you'll have them. So after this summer, not this last summer, but the summer, I trained and I ate really good. I was 112 and I was like a stick. And what had happened was I just completely lost like all my body fat. And then I had no muscle. Like I was just like, and but my soccer game went up and everything. And then I continued to train. So I continued to train and I packed on the muscle. And then I was a solid like 118 for a few years. And so that was like best shape of my life on the soccer field, physically like 118. And that was more than what I had weighed in high school when I was a steady 115 for forever, right? It's like 3 pounds. It's nothing, 3 pounds. But I was like solid 118. And just going on to show you that when you're lifting, you're gonna pack on some muscle, and that's a good thing. And the scale's probably gonna go up, but that's okay because it's muscle. So if you're in the gym and you're lifting and you're taking care of your eating and you know you're eating good stuff, I mean, don't worry about what the scale says. Like, honestly, you really don't even need to weigh yourself. So the only time I even know my weight is every time I go to the doctor. And I'm just like, oh, cool. I don't care, because we don't need to really know about that weight. Use like body fat percentages if you have something to measure with. And Dad, do I need to read this text that you just sent me? Oh. Yes, Dad, I'm doing my coffee thingy today. It's called Coffee Shop Talk. Come on. And I need to get better at not losing my train of thought when people comment. A lift, you're gonna gain muscle. The scale's probably gonna go up. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Worry about what you're doing in the gym. Worry about if you're getting your cleans down and you're being able to lift more weight. Compare pictures. How are your clothes fitting? So, that's my topic for weight. Unless we got anything else, people, you just let me know, because I'm about to, we're almost at the 20-minute marker. So if you get anything out of this talk today, I hope you start taking lots of pictures, and if you haven't started journaling, start journaling. And if you're sending me all these pictures of your journaling, keep doing it, because I love seeing it, and I love hearing about your progress and how good you're getting at CrossFit. Jade, Kennedy, getting your handstands down. I think I'll talk about morning routines next week. You guys let me know. I was excited to talk about that one, but I think the weight and the scale is just such a big topic. And ladies, once you get that stuff down, I think I did have someone throw away their scale one time, and I think it was my group coaching, and we covered, all right, so what's this weight mean to you? It means that you can walk up the stairs without losing your breath. It means your knees don't hurt. It means that this size of clothes fit better, that you're trying to not give away because you want to fit back on those clothes. And I said, okay, we're focusing on that stuff, and we're focusing on how you feel in the gym and comparing these pictures. And every day when you walk up the stairs, how much easier is it getting? How much are you not getting out of breath? And I told her, don't even step on the scale. We don't need to know your weight. You don't need to know your weight. Focus on getting in the gym, focus on doing these workouts, and let's focus on drinking more water and doing these little things here with our eating. And then by the end of it, she said, I threw away my scale. I said, amen. Throw it away. You don't need one. We really don't. If it makes you feel some type of way, you don't need it. I've had 4 people that I've ever coached that I have had use a scale to track progress and count their macros, because some people, just like the scale and that number means so much, some people are like that with macros and calories, which macros is just protein, carbs, and fat, and it's counting calories, basically. Counting your macros is counting calories. So I've had 4 people do it that I know can do it and use it as a tool and not use it as something to get upset over or obsessive over. So it's one method, and it is a way that works as long as it does not make you feel any type of negative way. There's been a few people where I have started to have them count their macros or like track their food. And then as soon as we get into conversations or like a weekly check-in, I'm like, okay, stop right now. I said, you're not counting anymore. Delete the app. We're not going to use it. And I can just tell from the conversation, if you are putting in your food and you see a number, like your calories, what that total number of calories is, and it freaks you out and makes you want to not eat anything, then you don't need to be doing that. Let's just focus on the foods that you're eating then instead. I will counting macros was how I first learned about food, just because it helped me to see where I was just learning about it. So I was doing it. It helped me to see the difference of when I would be eating my tuna and chicken and whatever else while I was in college. And then Jared and we'd go hit up McDonald's, and I'd be like, holy crap, look at what this burger has in it. That's like what I eat in a whole day. And so, and it didn't make me feel like in a bad way. It was just showing me the difference. And I was like, whoa, okay, eating out really does do this to your total daily intake of foods that you eat. And nowadays, if I randomly go through wanting to count my macros just because I have a specific goal, so I'll hone in on myself and I'll count macros, there will still be times where I will go out to eat and I will go to El Patio and I get a margarita and I'll still put it in, and I'll see that 3,000 total daily number for my calories, and I'm like, well, I don't care, because that meal was totally worth it. So if you're going to be able to have that outlook on it, then go for it. Count your calories. I mean, that obviously wasn't helping with my goals that I was trying to accomplish at that time, but that's life. That's life. And that's why we learn how to eat and move for life. All right, guys, that's what I got for you today. I am sending out my newsletter this week, and it's going to be about morning routines. And then next week, I'll probably cover that unless I get some more people hit me up with what you want to talk about. So, Facebook, here, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever you got, DM me, let me know what you want to talk about. Thanks for getting on. Jade, Hope you made it home, and I hope you got some coffee. Thanks, fam. I see you all on there. And just, yeah, let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know if you guys start journaling, if you guys start taking pictures. I will put all my social media handles on here because I love getting the awesome job. Join Toastmasters. I am going to join Toastmasters. I am. Probably this year in November. And I see why you said that. Thanks, Dad. Thanks. So my dad apparently is saying I need to get better at my speaking on these lives. So I need to join Toastmasters and work on my speech. I will. Now you're making me say a lot. All right, guys. I'm going to put all my social media handles on here. And I'm sending out a newsletter that will go out tomorrow. So if you want to sign up, that link will be in here too. Thanks for getting on. And I will see you guys next Wednesday for our coffee shop talk.